Hey, hey. All right. We are going live. Live. Hey, y'all. Nick here. And I am hopping on today. Always inspired by conversations that I have with people. And over the last couple of days, I have had some really good conversations that are driving me to have this conversation today. So today I want to talk to y'all about, are you an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur, and what that really is, and why you want to really ask yourself this question, and why you want to get clear on what this looks like for you. Now, if you guys don't know, I'm a business coach and consultant. I help people get their businesses online, expand their brands in a digital marketing industry. Hey, Shaletta, and get people positioned so that they can build thriving businesses leveraging the internet, right? I've been doing this for 12 years since 2000 or 13 years since 2007. And over the years, I've just kind of done everything that you can possibly do on the internet and, in business, right? There's so many different things that I've done. But I've been having a lot of conversations lately with entrepreneurs that are just burned out, right? Burned all the way out. And then I had saw a video last night about a guy who pretty much wanted to was pretty much calling people stupid if they weren't entrepreneurs and if they weren't running their own companies, and just was really kind of a bullying kind of the messaging where it was like, you're stupid if you don't do this and you're stupid if you don't do that. And I was like, this is a kind of messaging that truly destroys a lot of people from doing what works best for them. So today I want to talk to you guys about knowing the difference between an entrepreneur and intrapreneur, and letting y'all know that it is okay to choose what works best for you. I personally, as an entrepreneur over the years, I can say when you are in this industry, it becomes one of those things where it feels good to say that I'm an entrepreneur, right? You have some level of confidence, like, yeah, I run my own business. I do this, I do that. But what most people don't see is what it takes to sustain a company, what it takes to sustain a business, and what it looks like behind the scenes. And me and a couple of friends were having a conversation recently about just when you're trying to get things going in your businesses and they don't move the way that you want them to move, and you start feeling like you're failing, all to realize that it's okay to be second in command, and you don't have to try to, run your own ship by yourself. And so we began to talk about the concept of intrapreneurship. I did a video on this a couple of days ago, and I've had a couple of conversations over the last couple of days about it. YouTube. Let's see. Okay, we're back. But I had a couple of conversations about it the other day, and I am here to tell you guys that I am shifting gears, right? I went from, I love business. I've been an entrepreneur pretty much all of my life, but I've gotten to a point now where I'm like, you know what? Everything about this is not as sexy as people lead it out to be. Like, I'm good with leveraging an existing platform to really create my own business within a business. And so I want to talk to you about the difference between entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship, and how to choose what's best for you, how to stop lying to yourself, how to stop letting these internet bullies, make you feel less than if you choose to do something different. I know when I first got into the online industry, it was all about making everybody who had a job feel dumb. It was like, oh, you're dumb. You work a 9 to 5. You give somebody else your time. You get up, you go, blah, 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 blah. And people are giving you all of this shame about the fact that you punch a clock and you go to a place that pays you every 2 weeks. And here's the reality. Entrepreneurs who really have engaged in the journey of entrepreneurship, they've gone through seasons where they didn't have a check. They didn't have money. They lost everything. They've gone through these steps, and they don't realize that having a sustainable income is really a good, wise decision, even when you're building your business, because you can't control the ebbs and flows of running your own company. But let's talk about what intrapreneurship is. Many of you guys have really strong desires to win in life. You have goals, you have visions, you have dreams, and you have things that you want to accomplish. And in your mind, you're thinking, I got to take control of my life. I got to be my own boss. And that's really essentially the only way that I'm going to be able to turn this into something big. What most people don't realize is that there are ways to still have that mindset, but you can leverage existing platforms. You can leverage pre-existing businesses. You can partner up, have strategic partnerships with business models and businesses that are actually going to allow you to still be your own boss, still allow you to do what you need to do to get the level of income that you desire. But guess what? You don't have the level of burden and responsibility as you would if you had to run your own company. So let's talk about what these platforms look like. And let's talk about, why would people partner up with them? Well, guys, if you are anywhere near, if you've ever known my background, I've been in the home-based business industry, right? And the thing about the home-based business industry, it is simply that. It is the plug in, press play, and profit business model. Now, the serious situation of entrepreneurship looks like that, where you're tapping into a pre-existing model and you're leveraging it. Another one is affiliate marketing, right? I've been in affiliate marketing for years, actually love it. But it's where, somebody else created the course. Somebody else created the software. Somebody else created whatever program, and you partner up with them. I got a call this morning from somebody who said, hey, I got this course that I'm going to be doing. Would you partner up with me and promote it? And then we split the profits, right? And for years, I used to think, I got to create everything. I got to create all the courses. I got to create all the content. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm realizing, no, you can create an audience. You can create strategic partnerships with people and strategic partnerships with existing businesses and with existing products. And you can actually share those things and get paid without going through the turmoil of trying to build your own, sales funnels, trying to do the fulfillment, trying to do this, trying to do that. If you know anything about fulfillment, and you do drop shipping is instead of you trying to go and get shirts created, and instead of you packaging up the shirts and putting them in the packaging and shipping them off, you can work with pre-existing companies. They take a little bit more of the commission, and you can go ahead and you can sell t-shirts without ever touching a t-shirt. That is the ability to be an intrapreneur that has strategic partnerships where you focus on leveraging pre-existing platforms that are going to be able to produce money for you. One of the things I really want to educate the audience about is knowing that it is okay to be an intrapreneur. I literally am doing it now. You guys will hear more about it. I'm launching Impact Nation, where I'm partnering up with a pre-existing company and leveraging their platform. And let me tell you guys, it feels so good to get back to do what I love to do. It feels so good to get into a place where I don't have to worry about all the logistics about running a company or running a business. And it also feels really good to own my decision and to not feel bullied or feeling stupid because I'm not walking into boss moves where I feel like I got to run everything, do everything, have my hands into everything in order to feel valued as an entrepreneur. And so I want to share some tips with you guys to really get very clear about where you are in your journey, what key things you need to be mindful of, and what are some of the best decisions that you can make for yourself. Well, if you are wanting to build a business and you know for a fact that there are specific areas of a business, running a business that you're weak in, you want to figure out what existing platforms exist out there that you can partner up with. If you want to launch your own e-com store, is there a pre-existing company to sell the products that you want to sell that you can partner up with? If you want to be able to get to a place where you work with people in a platform where you're coaching, you're mentoring, and you're selling products, or however you want to do it, you can partner up with pre-existing home-based businesses. If you want to sell courses or tools or whatever, you can partner up with pre-existing affiliate programs. But there are so many ways to build successful businesses without having to do it all yourself. It is okay to promote other people's stuff. This guy yesterday was really he was just bashing people. I mean, it was one of those things that was really creating shame in a lot of folks. And I was like, you know what? It's sad to see it's sad to see people have a one-dimensional focus of what they consider success to be. And in my mind, I thought to myself, you are super insecure. You're very limited in your ability to understand how business really works. And you don't have a right to really be on a platform speaking to a wide audience with your very one-dimensional opinion, right? Like, all things don't work for all people. Everybody is not born to be an entrepreneur. Everybody's not born to run a company. And some people are really good at being employees, and there's nothing wrong with that. In order to run a business, you need staff. So why would you tell everybody they need to be an entrepreneur when, if you're really running a real company, dude, you would want really solid staff that is loyal and committed and being able to fulfill that role. And so here's the thing for me. I am leveraging existing platforms to build businesses moving forward. I stopped trying to do things on my own. I stopped trying to be the end all be all for all things in my business. I am back in the home-based business industry. You guys will hear more about that soon. And I'm building Impact Nation, where I'm focusing fully on impacting lives and being able to help people get to where they want to go. I wanted to launch my training academy and actually teach people how to build businesses online, how to expand their brands, and how to do these different things. I've been blessed to be partnered up with people where they love teaching courses and they know so much about different platforms that I don't even know. I got a friend, she's actually going to be teaching the class on Monday on how to become, is it Monday? I think she said, or Friday. I think Friday, how to become Instagram verified. So you guys are going to see me sharing my platform with a lot of different people that are promoting their courses, and they have great trainings and they're doing different things. But I am stepping away. And this is the issue for a lot of us. We are so focused on building a brand that we feel like we got to be plastered everywhere. It has to be my name. It has to be my picture. It has to be my course. It has to be my product. And guys, I get it. There are certain times where that's, it means a lot to you. But if you really want to get to the core of what's going to produce results, find ways to leverage pre-existing platforms, leverage relationships, connect with people who already are thriving at something and ask, can you partner up with them to make it happen, and get away from feeling like you're taking a loss because you're creating that partnership, or you're promoting someone else or someone else's products or using someone else's platform. Like, you're not losing, you're gaining, because guess what? Now, when people deal with you, you have expansive reach. You have expansive resources. I am now partnered up with a company that has everything that needs to happen. Fulfillment is done in 2 to 3 days. Customer support is already handled. The ability to get, training and support, all tools are already created. All sales systems are complete. You know what I used to have to do? I used to have to create the sales systems, build out the sales funnel, worry about the fulfillment, handle the customer support. Oh my God. I'm like, what was I thinking I had to reinvent the wheel and not leverage what is already in existence. And so I am going to be an advocate of sharing this journey with you guys, any part of my journey. I feel like sometimes I have these aha moments where I'm like, talk about this, because very few people come and talk about what they discover that may be not necessarily popular, right? And I see everybody on this big be my own boss kick, which is good. You do want to learn how to make multiple income streams and all of that. But listen, get one income stream to make you some money. And if you can't get to the money because you're so focused on trying to do everything yourself, you might want to pull back and ask, what's already in existence that I can tap into? If you figure that out, I just did that. And I'm like, this is so much easier and I'm so much happier. And I'm really excited about the fact that I can get to the work that I love, which is transforming and inspiring people to live their dreams, generate income, working, for working according to how they want to work. And at the same time, I can mentor and coach people on building successful IntraPreneur businesses that are going to allow them to thrive and do the things that they want to do for their family. And so I just want to share that with you guys today. Look up for pre-existing platforms. Ask yourself, are you really happy where you are? Ask yourself, what is your motive for the title that you're pursuing? Are you saying you're an entrepreneur just because it sounds sexy and you love being on a business card and you think you sound important? Or is it because you know you were built for this, you're equipped for this, you're doing the very thing you're called to do and you feel like you are right at home when you're doing it? And another thing that you have to ask yourself is, what am I chasing? I had a conversation with a coaching client just now, and I told her, I listened to Jenna Kutcher's podcast. If you guys don't know Jenna Kutcher, she's an influencer. You can go look her up. She was a photographer that turned influencer online. She's like a plus size model, and she just has built this phenomenal brand. She made like almost $8 million last year. And she's doing this now. She talked about strategic partnerships versus her trying to build all this stuff on her own. And one of the things that she said in her podcast, she was like, being that I'm in business, they were asking for what kind of advice would you give people? And she was like, one of the things that I would give people is knowing what your enough number is. What is your enough number? And she said the enough is what level of income is enough for you to have the level of quality of life that you really want? And when she said that, I was like, that's a good question, because some of us are out here chasing millions of dollars when we really are good with making 10 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand a month, if that's possible for you, right? Based on what you do. And you're killing yourself because you're listening to all these people tell you that you should want to make this, and you should want to have this, and you should be chasing this, and you should be pursuing this. Don't get me wrong. Everybody it's good to have more money in your life. It gives you freedom. But what is your enough number? I just got off the phone with somebody who she said when she was in Mexico, $1,000 to live was enough because her rent was $200. So if I'm living in Mexico making 10,000, it's equivalent to making $100,000 because I'm paying $200 a month rent, right? So what is your enough number, and what will give you the quality of life that you desire? One of the things that I see in this space of entrepreneurship is most of us work to the place of burnout. We deal with intense depression. Several people get suicidal. Folks deal with imposter syndrome. A lot of people are conflicted about the businesses that they create because they end up creating a prison for themselves where they're trapped behind their computers, always trying to figure out how to make things work. And I'm just learning for myself, like, you know what? A lot of the things that I used to think matter don't matter anymore. A lot of the things that I used to want to build and create and have this big old empire, I'm like, I'm good if I can create a platform where I'm impacting lives and it is producing income and position myself for a residual income and different platforms that are going to be beneficial for us for the long haul, but making some smart investments when I make this money that gives me the quality of life that I want to live. But if you truly are in a place where you're uncomfortable with what's happening and you feel like you're not getting the level of growth and progress, and you just in this place of stagnation, ask yourself, do I need to shift gears and start leveraging more platforms and vehicles that are around me and become an intrapreneur and be okay with leveraging other people's platforms, products, processes, and positioning? It makes such a big difference when you understand that it's okay to make the shift for you and you go in that direction and you realize that now I can focus on what I love and get rid of all the unnecessary crap that has been holding me back. Guys, I'm going to be talking a lot more about this in Impact Nation. If you want to know more about Impact Nation and the movement that I am building, feel free to DM me. Feel free to DM me on whatever platform that we are at. But guys, we're making a true impact in the lives of people, showing them how to replace their salaries, working from home, leveraging pre-existing platforms, and being in a place where you finally are doing the things that you love without compromising your health, your sanity, your family time, or anything like that to be able to do it. So I'm excited about what's happening in my life. I'm going to continue to share with you guys as these revelations come. So if you feel like this video has helped you, share it with somebody else. And if you want to talk more about what I got going on, DM me and we'll talk soon. All right, you guys, y'all have a great and awesome day. Nicole Cooper here, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.